So what's up, y'all? Got another video, and this pretty much talking about the Ryan Garcia situation with him being on steroids or whatnot. But I'm still uploading more than y'all's favorite YouTuber.
Did Ryan Garcia actually cheat? Breaking news came out last Wednesday that Ryan Garcia tested positive for a SARM called Ostarine from a test conducted on the day of the fight. At the time of the announcement, that was only the A sample, meaning Ryan Garcia, within 10 days of that announcement, could request testing of a B sample, or essentially the second sample he sent in, to either confirm or deny the Ostarine found in the A sample. And as I'm recording this, it has been confirmed that Ryan Garcia has started the process of testing his B sample, so we have to just wait and see. And as I'm editing this, Ryan Garcia just got cleared of one banned substance, keyword there being one, though we're of course going to get into both the banned substances that showed up in his VADA test, and we're going to talk about the implications of both.
Bro, Ryan did Devin so bad, bro. He did Devin so bad. I was not even expecting that. But Ryan was still fighting the same way. I guess he just had more power up in his punches. But he was fighting how we always fight, but
And more breaking news as it continues.
hold on, I'm gonna say this too. As far as Ryan saying he couldn't make 140, that has to be capped. Because if you can drop to 135 to fight Tank, you can drop to 140.
Need to edit. It was announced by Victor Conti, a man who I will get into later in this video, that Ryan Garcia tested positive for Ostarine 60 times above the allowable limit. It also should be noted that if the New York State Athletic Commission does find that Ryan Garcia willingly cheated, then Devin Haney's loss to Ryan Garcia would be officially changed to a no contest, and Devin Haney would technically and officially be undefeated.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna still say Ryan got the dub, bro. I'm gonna still say, because even though he did cheat, you can't really change history. But Ryan did that man so dirty. It wasn't as bad as how Terrence Crawford did Errol Spence, but he did Devin dirty, bro.
So with a lot of information coming out recently, and seemingly a lot of conflicting information coming out recently, it seems like the internet doesn't really understand what's going on. So in today's video, I'm going to try to compile as many facts, or at least the information that we know, and let you guys decide whether or not Ryan Garcia willingly cheated or not. Let's of course get into the actual results of the drug test. VADA, the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, the relatively long-time drug testing organization for boxing, announced on Saturday that both a test on April 19th, the day before the fight, and April 20th, the day of the fight, tested Ryan Garcia positive for Ostarine, and though not confirmed, he also screened positive for 19-neurandrosterone. But like I mentioned before, as I was editing, Ryan Garcia was confirmed to not have 19-neurandrosterone in his body. However, we're still going to go through each of the banned substances. So let's start with Ostarine. Ostarine is a SARM, or a selective androgen receptor modulator, or in layman's terms, unlike a traditional steroid, it can target specific areas you want to trigger without affecting other areas negatively. Ostarine, in this case, aids in building muscle mass, reducing fat, increases stamina, and improves recovery. It also should be noted that Ostarine is not produced endogenously, meaning Ostarine is completely synthetic or unnatural to the body, meaning it's pretty clear that someone took something foreign if they test positive for it. Also in that report, it has been...
And something else, I wonder if Derek James knew about this. I ain't been too deep into the whole Ryan Garcia taking PEDs whole ordeal, just because it's like what I said, you can't really change history. Devin still got the brakes beat off of him.
Speculated that a 1/1000th of a gram of Ostarine was found in Ryan Garcia's system. However, as we now know, Ostarine isn't produced in the body naturally, so any amount in Ryan Garcia's system means that he took something foreign. But again, because of such a minuscule amount, one could argue that this was a result of tainted supplements rather than intentional intake for performance enhancement. Of course, that was recorded before Victor Conti came out with this information, that Ryan Garcia actually tested positive for 60 times above the legal limit instead of the billionth gram that was previously reported. Though unlike ostarine, 19-neurosterosterone is a metabolite or a leftover substance formed from the breaking down of nandrolone, which is an anabolic steroid, though 19-neurosterosterone can be produced naturally by humans. So if this were to be confirmed in this positive drug test, we have to see how much of that metabolite was found to deduce if that amount came from an anabolic steroid or was naturally produced. And of course, this was recorded before this story came out, so Ryan has been cleared of 19-neurosterosterone, but it's nice to learn something new every day. But unfortunately, this situation isn't as black and white as a positive or negative.
And another thing, this just goes to show that before the fight even happened, they need to be testing boxes like the day of, just a few hours before, bro, because Ryan could have really killed that man. He could have really killed that man. Like, just any fighter that, like, take PEDs, bro, like, every fight that's sanctioned, it should be like, some type of doping agency or something where you test whether the person is positive for PEDs or not, bro.
Drug tests. Because of boxing's infamous corruption problems, the possibility of tainted supplements, and also some of the underlying motives that we may not see, there is still a pretty good possibility that a positive drug test isn't the end-all be-all. So let's start out with some of the explanations or maybe conspiracy theories on Ryan's side. Ryan first brings up the timeline of the ordeal to his defense. On an Instagram story, Ryan brings up the receipts of his 4 negative VADA tests leading up to the fight. The first one being on February 26th, the next one being on March 8th, the next being on March 15th, and the last being on April 3rd. This means that if Ryan did willingly cheat, it would have been within 2 weeks of the actual fight, which according to the legend himself, Derek from More Plays More Dates, seems to be skeptical.
Would Ryan be intentionally taking something with an ostarine product for performance enhancement right on like the day of his fight essentially, or right before it? Why would he be doing that at an amount that is likely completely impossible to impart a performance enhancing advantage? If anything, it's just unnecessary risk if you were to intentionally take this compound right before your fight. And no person in his camp, I would imagine, would be stupid enough to advise him to take it as the compound of choice, knowing the detectability. Like, SARMs are not endogenously produced.
Basically, all fighters know that drug organizations like VADA, WADA, or USADA often, if not every single time, test fighters on the day of their fights. So taking something so detectable, so close to the fight, willingly, would seem like a very stupid move from Ryan Garcia. I want to quickly clear something up as well. Ryan claims that he couldn't have cheated because if this positive test happened a day before the fight, then why did the fight go on?
What can I say? Why didn't they come out with this before, the fight? If they found it before, why would they let me step?
Who are these folks he got up in the back? Take these folks on. Looking like they finna go to a Fashion Nova meet or something.
In the ring as a cheater, and then come out with the victory, and then they post this,
Though it's true the test was conducted on the day before and the day of the fight, often the test results usually don't come out until days or weeks later. We've seen this situation unfold during Jon Jones and DC's second fight, where the results of a test from the weigh-ins of that fight wasn't announced until...
Bro, everybody up in the UFC be on that stuff. All of them, like, the featherweights, the whatever, bro, like, it don't matter which weight class, you can tell, like, who's juiced up, bro. Just because, like, that'd be, like, so mad, like, just have so much mass and muscle on. Like, even up in the small weight classes, bro, you can tell, like, who's on that stuff.
A month after. And in that case, Jon Jones tested positive for the PED turinabol, and so a day after, the California State Athletic Commission overruled this a no contest. The reasonable theories I've heard online was that Ryan, leading up to this fight, was taking dietary supplements, and because ostarine aids in fat loss while helping in muscle retention, Ryan Garcia may have taken ostarine to try to make weight. Though, of course, Ryan has claimed,
say I did take ostarine, right? I would have made weight then, because it makes you lose weight.
If he willingly took ostarine, then he should have made weight, which would point to tainted supplements. But this is just Ryan's words. It's equally likely that he wanted every advantage he could get by willingly taking ostarine on top of being 3 pounds overweight. I mean, he did bet $2 million on this fight and got paid out 10, and this was easily the biggest moment of his career so far, so there's definitely a great incentive from Ryan to do everything in his power to come with all advantages. And speaking of tainted supplements and more of Ryan's claims, Ryan continues to claim that he popped hot in that drug test because of a tainted supplement of ashwagandha. Of course, the brand Ryan points to has since denied having any ostarine in their ashwagandha, and I haven't seen anyone call for this, but if it's really the ashwagandha, how about we test the actual bottle then? The bottle says it contains 120 capsules, so this could very well be the bottle Ryan used leading up to the fight with Devin Haney. So why don't we test that actual bottle and try to find the ostarine? The knee-jerk reaction for all athletes when they pop is to claim tainted supplements, and at this point, fans see it as a boy cried wolf situation. However, there are actual instances where athletes were telling the truth. One such famous instance is Yoel Romero, because back in 2016, Yoel Romero tested positive for the PED ibutamoren and was suspended by USADA for 6 months. Then fast forward to 2019, Yoel Romero wins a whopping $27 million in a lawsuit against Gold Star Performance Products when an investigation found the supplements Yoel took were indeed tainted. So again, if Ryan can just hold on to that ashwagandha bottle or whatever he thinks is tainted and can get an investigation going on, he could very well be telling the truth about not willingly taking ostarine. Another claim Ryan has made was that Victor Conte, a man that is well connected to Devin Haney, is behind the positive test result. In the past few days, I would imagine you've heard the name Victor Conte a lot. Conte, in short, is a big-time sports nutritionist, currently working closely with big-time boxers with his brand Snack, with one of those boxers being Devin Haney. But before all of this, Victor Conte was behind one of, if not the biggest PED scandal in American sports history. Balco, or the Bay Area Laboratory Cooperative, was a sports nutritional supplier created by Victor Conte that provided athletes at the time undetectable PEDs like EPO, HGH, testosterone, and other designer steroids, all hidden under the guise of sports supplements. Famous athletes tied to the Balco scandal.
Here's how I feel. Because in MMA, boxing, Muay Thai, and whatever else type of physical combat sport where you putting your life on the line, bro, you should be permanently banned if you taking it. Like, if you're doing it with intention, bro, you should be permanently banned. Because at that point, you already got that chance of you killing somebody. Just because people aren't they're not meant to be fighting each other. And you taking PEDs, steroids, or whatever else on top of that intentionally, bro. I'm not saying Ryan did. But if you do that, bro, you should be banned for life, dog.
Scandal include Olympic track star Marion Jones, NFL linebacker Bill Romanowski, and most famously, MLB star Barry Bonds. For his involvement, Victor Conte served 4 months in prison, and when he got out, he got right back into the game, later founding SNAC, or the Scientific Nutrition for Advanced Conditioning, and has made claims that he helped found VADA, which VADA has since denied, and later Victor Conte backtracked, saying he only provided consultation. Now with Victor Conte's involvement, Ryan has suggested that because he is somebody who has been a part of scandals in the past and is possibly connected to VADA and has a close relationship with Devin Haney, Victor Conte may be the one responsible for the positive test result. Of course, Victor Conte has since denied these claims on TMZ, and slightly unrelated, has also confirmed on Twitter that Ryan has requested for his B sample to be tested, and the results may take 2 to 4 weeks and up to 6. So that's everything we know so far. We really have to wait on the B sample test results to really pin down whether or not Ryan Garcia truly had ostarine and 19-norandarosterone in his body. And even after a positive test result, that's probably not going to be the end of the situation, as an investigation will soon follow to see whether or not Ryan Garcia willingly took those PEDs. But until then, again, that is all the facts. And I just wanted to remind you, that this story is far from over. But anyways, what do you guys think about this situation? Do you think Ryan Garcia really cheated or not? Is this a whole conspiracy with Victor Conte and another, drug testing scandal? Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below, not the description, the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, y'all. Peace.